Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Village of Oak Lawn Board of Trustees regular meeting agenda. We're meeting here in the Village Hall Auditorium, 9446 South Raymond Avenue. This is meeting number 2024-21, and this is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024, 7:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor Vorderer.
Present.
Trustee Mallow.
Here.
Trustee Stalker.
Here.
Trustee Sack.
Here.
Trustee Pembroke.
Here.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Here.
Can I have a motion to allow Trustee Desmond to
So moved.
participate by phone?
Second.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Motion passes. Tim, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Veterans, please salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first thing on the agenda is our Eagle Scout recognition, and it's always a pleasure to do these for not only our Eagle Scouts, but our Girl Scouts. We're proud of the Village of Oak Lawn and the teams that get these kids to this point. And Olson M. Walsh, step up, please. Mr. Walsh, the Village of Oak Lawn proudly recognizes and congratulates your achievements on this rank. We're going to present this to you on the 10th day of December 2024, signed by me and our village clerk, Claire Henning, and our village trustees. I want to congratulate you. I know the hard work you did to get here, because I too have a son that's an Eagle Scout.
Thank you.
And I know the hard work your mom and dad did to get you here, because I too have an Eagle Scout and spent that time. But I attended your event at St. Gerald's last week, and I listened to the litany of accomplishments you have done in your young life, and I was impressed. I think you're going to be a future president of the United States.
There you go.
Would you like to step up and take a picture? Would the press like to take a photograph?
Make sure his mother
Is
comes
this
up
the
there.
volleyball player too? Is he the volleyball player too?
He is?
So probably a future Division I volleyball player too.
Okay.
This kid can do whatever he wants.
No pressure.
He wants to be a
greater
lawyer,
accomplishment.
No offense, Mom.
President.
There you go, Mom.
Hey, take it easy there.
Eileen, you should get a picture.
I would love to. Let me get these guys first.
Go ahead.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Your camera.
Tell him drink of water. Get your phone?
Yeah, he's very tall.
Alex, why don't you get in this picture? He's from your district. I know you know the family for a long time.
Yes.
Come on, Alex. Come on,
Alex,
Chance.
Alex, if you chant, they'll do it.
Alex is shy?
If you
He's not
start
the Alex I
chanting,
know.
it'll work.
I think they're booing.
You look at him first. And then
Let's go, Alex.
Let's go take two.
mine doesn't press because it's one. Saw you move. I'm taking three.
Let me get one with just the two of you.
Okay, thanks. Stay here, Alex.
Just you do.
All right.
You asked for just the two.
Yeah, she did. Moms are always right. Thank you, Alex.
Clear.
And again.
Now you can run away.
Okay, Madam Clerk, any public comments?
There are none.
Hearing none, we'll move on to number 7, approval of the closed meeting minutes of 2024-07.
Conflict
We
of.
already did conflict of,
Oh, you did? When did
I
you?
didn't? Okay. Any trustees have any conflict with anything on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to 7, approval of the closed meeting minutes of 2024-07, dated October 22nd, 2024. Roll call?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Sack?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Motion approved. Approval of the closed meeting minutes of 2024-08 dated November 12th, 2024. Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Mallow?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Sack?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Motion approved. Approval of the regular meeting minutes of 2024-20 dated November 26, 2024. Motion, please.
Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Mallow?
Yes.
Trustee Stalker?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Sack?
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke?
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek?
Yes.
Motion passes. New business by trustees. District 2.
What about Alex, District 1? I'm sorry. Tim.
Oh,
Tim's
I'm sorry, Tim. I didn't see you there.
I like it. Stand up, will you?
All right, thank you. All right, District 2.
All right, well, I'll take some of Tim's time. I just want to let everybody know what a great job that our village staff did at Santa and Green. I'm sure other people are going to talk about it, but I got to tell you, from the beginning to watching it move through and the amount of people that I'm sure somebody's going to update, but I heard it was a record-breaking number of people that Santa and Mrs. Claus had to see, but it just looked great. I know all the staff put a lot of hard work into a lot of planning, and I just got to thank the staff and, Paul, you and the Special Events Committee. Kudos, and just another great event for all of our friends and family that come out to the Green. It really is a great fest, and keep up the great work with that. Earlier, we had our budget meeting, and I'll just give you the three big things that I got out of the budget meeting. Number one, zero property tax increase. Again, this is what, the third year in a row that we have a zero property tax increase?
It's only been raised one time since 2017, because of COVID.
So one time since 2017, which is phenomenal to do, and that's a direct credit to our staff, led by our village manager and all the department heads and all the people that work here at the village, understanding that our tax dollars are very sacred, and that we will provide the goods and services to our residents and live by a budget and continue to do the best that they can with what they need to have. And I know that our staff has not been without needs, and many residents ask, how do you do that? And it's just simple things like our green light program, in which we relit the village of Oak Lawn. I think that was estimated, is Bill here? Yeah. Bill, that was estimated to save us, what, $500,000 in a 3-4 year cycle? And I believe we surpassed that. Just to how frugal and I wouldn't even say frugal, but how mindful all of the department heads are with their budgets, looking to do more with the budgets that they have, and being very conscious of our taxpayers and our residents of the village of Oak Lawn. Not only did we have a zero tax increase on the property, but we put $3.8 million into pension funding, which a lot of people talk about pension funding and deficits, and we as a village have continued to address our pension funding, going above and beyond what the mandate is. What did we go above and beyond this year, Tom?
Adam, what's
Adam?
the total?
We went above 3.6 million this year. In total, it's about 15.6 million. So we originally budgeted 12 million.
So that's big, and we owe it to the people who provide the goods and services, our colleagues who work for the village and their pensions, and we want to make sure that we continue to, so I'm looking at the police out there, and the fire, that we continue to make sure that their pensions are funded and that they have something for when they retire. What I really like is $1.2 million in infrastructure. You hear so many things about municipalities that have water issues and other issues, and this village board here has worked very, very hard to maintain improvement in our infrastructure, whether it's streets, citra lining, which will help us with our water flow and continue to address issues on flooding. So it's a lot of money going into infrastructure, well needed. And then $2.5 million in capital improvements,
Equipment.
or capital movement equipment. So with all of that, no tax increase and investment in the future and into our people. I just, again, want to thank the board for maintaining the line, our village staff led by our village manager at continuing to do a great job in making sure that in this time where you see other municipalities and other big cities raising taxes, we are, again, not raising our village property taxes. And with that, I know this is our last meeting before Christmas. I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee. District 3?
Thank you, Mayor. Just to echo on what trustee Olenichek said, the finance department, Tom, Alex, or Adam, Jerry, phenomenal job. I mean, line by line, I think you guys held our management staff responsible for their budget, did a great job trying to keep things down and keep things to where they needed to be. So kudos to you and your staff to be able to do that and make that work. Again, as Alex said, the Santa on the Green event happened this last Saturday. Big thank you to Santa, Mrs. Claus, for getting there early, staying late, making sure that all the kids were seen. We had a phenomenal volunteer effort from a lot of the high school kids, from Oak Lawn, from Revis, that came out and provided all the entertainment. The Grinch was there the entire day. Our schools came out and did a choir. We'd love to get more schools. I heard some comments from other schools that they would like to be part of it. Please speak to your choir if you're in that K through 5 grade. We'd love to see more choirs come out there, but thanks to Mrs. Gleekus for her participation with Sword and Colmar and Covington. But we'd love to see more schools there. Phenomenal job by all our staff, our Arts and Events Commission, out there working hard, making sure everybody was safe, and things were followed, and everybody had a really good time, and we'd love to continue and make it bigger and better each and every year. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee. District 4?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I do want to thank and congratulate the administrative team for presenting a timely budget for 2025. It's a big job, and it's a great job done, so congratulations to everybody on the administrative team. I also want to congratulate trustee Paul Mallow and his events team, with the assistance of the Public Works, for a great Santa on the Green. It was a fantastic event. And I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and that Santa was phenomenal.
I heard it was the best Santa and
Yeah,
Mrs.
yeah.
Claus ever.
He didn't even have to put any padding on.
You mean the Santa? Santa was, not
Yeah,
that.
yeah, right, yeah. All right.
good.
District 5?
Yes, on the budget and the property taxes, I just want to remind everybody that our tax to our residents is only 11% of your tax bill, or about 11%. And we've kept it at that level for a long, long time. The rest of it is, if you'll look at your tax bill, you'll see that there are other taxing agencies, and you can make your own determination as to whether or not they're holding the line like we are. But I really appreciate all the hard work that the finance department, the department heads, and all the workers in Oak Lawn have done in keeping our property tax levy low. After that, I'd like to say I wish everybody a very merry, happy, and safe Christmas and a happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, trustees. District 6?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, I'll just echo what everybody said about Santa on the Green. I was there with trustee Mel, trustee Olenichek. It was a phenomenal day, lots of families, the line to see Santa wrap down street over here. Just a great event, great day. As for the budget, this is one of the best stories to tell every year. There's times when I get, residents that call me up and have complaints. And one of the first things they'll say is like, and you raised our taxes and we're paying more for services. And I always correct them. I'm like, I'll take care of your problem, but you have to stop saying that the Village of Oak Lawn raised your taxes. We have not raised your taxes. We are holding the line. And sometimes it turns into a discussion. They're like, oh, I just thought because my taxes went up, it was because of Oak Lawn. I'm like, no, it's because of school districts and other taxing bodies, but it's not the Village of Oak Lawn. So, again, great job to our staff and finance department on that. This is also the time of year, I like to thank Public Works a lot. They do, this is the time of year where these are our quiet heroes out in the below zero weather, fixing water mains and plowing snow and getting everything done. They were fixing a water main over in my district at 107th and Kedvale yesterday. I mean, they're out there at, 1, 2, 3 in the morning working. Goes unnoticed, things get fixed, everything moves on, but to Bill Meyer and his staff, it's a big thank you. And I know snow comes and people get frustrated and water mains break. All I tell everybody is just wait, it will get fixed and it will be done properly. Our guys get the job done, they get everything done, so, keep up the good work and hopefully it's not too busy for Public Works this winter. And lastly, again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. And of course, last but not least, but happy birthday to our wonderful mayor here today. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Terry.
Thank you.
That concludes my
I
report.
can't think of a better place to spend my birthday than a village board meeting. I have to think that as I listen to all you trustees talk about what's going on in the village and praising our staff, I attended many a village board meetings before we all got up here on this board, and everybody just fought with one another, screamed and hollered, embarrassed this village as far as I was concerned. Things are going pretty good, and I'm very proud at this point to be the mayor of this village, thanks to the work of this team. Thank you. All right, village manager's report.
Well, Mayor, you almost took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to first thank everybody for thanking us on behalf of the staff. Yeah, your comments are appreciated, but it does start at the top. It starts at the board level, and I was going to say, just like you said, I've been involved with others here for 20-plus years. Some of the nastiest boards where all it was fighting and undermining and double-crossing and trying to make people look bad, all to the detriment of the village. And, this board, although they may disagree on things, and do often disagree, they've been unified in saying we want to run this village correctly, we want to provide for public safety, and we want to make sure that we spend the money that we get from taxpayers as if it's our own money. And I don't mean that in a wasteful way, but in a way that you would spend if it was your money and you didn't want to waste it. So that comes from the top, and I would like to thank you guys for that support, because it makes the job a lot easier when I sit in the management meetings with everybody and I tell them, this is coming from the board, this is not coming from me. Which, they don't need a lot of convincing, but it does help for those who held out or who are a little bit suspicious of my motives, so thank you there. I did want to report, and unfortunately, we're one day away from what I believe, and I don't want to jinx it, another potential credit upgrade. S&P, we begged them to get their report to us by today so we could report it for the meeting, but they said tomorrow it'll come out, and knock on wood, we believe it'll be another upgrade, so that'll be 3 in less than 2 years. So a nice little present for all of us. And that's all I have for this evening.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Tom. It's definitely your leadership that has created this increase in our ratings. So I will move on then to all the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine and brought forward at the direction of the Board of Trustees, the village manager, or the village committees, and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. A, request the Board of Trustees approval to cancel the second meeting of December currently scheduled for Tuesday, December 24th at 9 a.m. B, request the Board of Trustees approval of the Appeals Board recommendation, that was 6-0, for a front yard variation to construct a 6-foot privacy fence at 5441 West 99th Place. C is ordinance 242174, which grants that variation at 5441 West 99th Place. D is ordinance 242175, an ordinance amending Title IX, Chapter 4, Article B, Section 94B2, that's the water rates and charges of the Oaklawn Village Code. E, ordinance 242176, an ordinance amending Title IX, Chapter 4, Article B, Section 94B3, that's the sewer rates and charges of the Oaklawn Village Code. F is ordinance 242177, an ordinance amending the Oaklawn Village Code relative to ambulance service fees. G, ordinance 242178, an ordinance amending the 2024 Village of Oak Lawn municipal budget to provide for additional police and fire pension funding. H, ordinance 242179, an ordinance adopting the 2025 Village of Oak Lawn municipal budget. I, ordinance 242180, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the tax year of 2024, collectible during the fiscal year beginning January 5th, 2025, and ending December 31st, 2025, for the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook, State of Illinois. J, ordinance 24-21-81, an ordinance authorizing abatement or the tax levy for general obligation bonds. That's Series 2009A, taxable obligation bonds, Series 2010A, Build America bonds, direct payment, taxable general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2017A, general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2017B, general obligation corporate purpose bonds, Series 2022A, general obligation corporate purpose bonds, Series 2006, that's the water fund general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2011A water fund, Waterworks and Sewage Revenue Bonds, Series 2019, and Senior Lien Water Revenue Bonds, Series 2022, that's the water fund for the Village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois. K, ordinance 242182, an ordinance amending Title 9, Chapter 4, Article E, Sections 9-4E-4, and 94E-6 of the Oak Lawn Village Code relative to the water use and consumption tax rate and deposit of the collected tax funds. L, Resolution 242186, a resolution approving a contract with Smitty's Tree Service Incorporated to perform the 2025 tree pruning and removal services in the amount of $435,200. M, Resolution 242187, a resolution approving a contract with Simmer Landscaping, LLC, to perform the 2025 grass cutting edging in the amount of $84,900. N, Resolution 242188, a resolution authorizing the release of certain executive session minutes. O, Resolution 242189, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a reimbursement agreement with Advocate Christ Medical Center for ambulance and other Oak Lawn Fire Department services. P, Resolution 242190, a resolution approving termination of billing services agreement between the Village of Oak Lawn and Andrews Medical Billing, LTD. Q, ordinance 242191, an ordinance approving termination of a billing service agreement between the Village of Oak Lawn and the Fire Recovery USA, LLC. R, Resolution 242192, a resolution waiving competitive bidding and approving an agreement with Paramedic Billing Services Incorporated for billing services for the Oak Lawn Fire Department. S, Resolution 242193, a resolution waiving competitive bidding and approving a proposal from Dick Buss and Associates for the purchase and installation of 13 emergency command consoles and additional dispatch equipment for the Oak Lawn Regional Emergency Communications 911 Center for a total price not to exceed $332,854.40. Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Discussion.
Can I remove Mayor O?
We are moving Mayor O for the vote. That is Resolution 2421, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of reimbursement agreement between Advocate Christ Medical Center for ambulance and other Oaklawn Fire Department services. Vote, please, on all but O.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Motion passes. And then we're going back to O. Again, I'll repeat that. Resolution 2421-89, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a reimbursement agreement with Advocate Christ Medical Center for ambulance and other Oaklawn Fire Department services. Motion?
Motion to table.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Village Clerk's report.
We have disbursement resolution number 2024-21D dated December 10th, 2024, in the amount of $11,772,116.28.
Motion, please.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Motion passes. The village president's report. I can only repeat everything that's already been said here today. I've been attending these events on the green for a long, long time, and this Santa thing was probably the best I've ever seen. In fact, I was shocked at the number of people and kids that attended. We had perfect weather, of course.
Yeah, I didn't mention the number. 1,600 was.
1,600, was it? Yeah. But you know what? This entire season, okay, with our music on the green, everyone was super well intended. I think that speaks to the work of you, Paul, and your board. It speaks to the commitment of the village to provide services other than the necessary services, and I just want to congratulate. It's a good job. And, of course, I want to compliment the Christmas decorations out there, Bill. You know, when I first became mayor, we were coming out of the COVID, and I think I got more complaints about the lack of Christmas decorations than I did. But when I drive down 95th Street and I look at the work you've done on the green, what a phenomenal job. I got to mention, I get complaints that there weren't any, but I haven't got too many compliments that there are. I guess that's just the nature of people. They expect it, and you did a fine job. Thank you. And again, Merry Christmas to all my fellow Oaklawn residents. I hope you all have a good time, and I hope Santa's good to everybody. All right, I'll take a motion to go into executive session 2024-10 for the purpose of discussing, one, the closed meeting minutes of 2024-9 dated November 26th, and two, pending litigation. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond. Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Oliniechek.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. That's the end of our public meeting. Thanks for coming out. Are you guys with the schools? If you want to come up here and get signatures.